my next guest, actor, comedian Christopher Titus, who's live here in the studio.
You know.
Well, hold on. Let me play the bite here.
All right. You gonna play it again?
I got to play
again.
Oh, I got the long one this time. When asked about Sarah Palin's interpretation of Paul Revere's pre-Revolutionary War ride, he said that he said
you gotta play what she said too.
I don't have that here.
Oh, really?
But I have what you said.
All right.
I am gonna literally. If she gets elected president, I am gonna hang out on the grassy knoll all the time, just loaded and ready. Just you know what?
Crowded.
It's for my country. It's for my country. If I gotta sacrifice myself, it's for my country.
Yeah,
Get the young
some
Zapruder
strip
grandkids
club
out there
owner's
with a
going to
film
shoot
and-
Titus on his way into the parking garage.
So you're a patriot then by hanging
All
around
right,
the grassy knoll.
let's talk
You
about
want
this.
to
Now,
apologize now?
Yeah,
or?
I already did.
No, I know you did. I know
so
you did.
Even actually, okay. So here's what happened. So I'm in a comedy club now. By the way, if you're in a room that has comedy on the building,
Yes.
you get to say some
Yes,
stuff. So right,
I
I wasn't at a political rally. You know. Now, by the way, go to what Ted Nugent said about Obama. Go to that. Go on YouTube and see what Ted Nugent said about Obama. That's scary. So I said. So,
I love Ted Nugent, by the way. He's a friend, but go ahead.
Did you see it? Did you see what he said about Obama? I would like Hillary to ride. He's holding an automatic weapon, screaming, "Ride this, you worthless bee!" to Hillary Clinton, and then about Obama.
Yeah.
I told Obama to suck on the end of my machine gun.
Don't get me in trouble here.
I'm telling you, but you can't play it both ways. Here's the thing about it. You can't be conservative or liberal right now. You can't be. In this country, you have to be aware that if you're going to call me on something, you got to call everybody else. So here's what happens. I'm on Adam Carolla's podcast. They play the horrible Paul Revere thing that she said. And they were shooting off guns and ringing the bells, and they warned the British that the British were coming. And my 6-year-old, when it was on TV, goes, "Dad, that's not right." So when they played it, they came back, and I go, wow. I go, honestly, if she's elected president, I'm going to hang out on the grassy knoll. I'm reserving a spot on the grassy knoll. Now, audience laughs. So right there was funny. Okay, whatever. Then I said what I said, moved on. It was over. The next day, Fox Blog picks up, and here's the headline. Comedian Christopher Titus threatens to assassinate Sarah Palin. Then Bill O'Reilly goes on the next day and calls me a pinhead, and I realize, why is a comedian, Jon Stewart brought this up. Will Rogers said that it's a sad state we're in as a country when the politicians are seen as jokes and the comedians are taken seriously. So here's what happens. So then the crazy starts. Then my Facebook lights up. You can't threaten to kill somebody. We're going to kill you. So that's what happens next. So I think, my job as a comedian is supposed to be funny. If I cross the line, okay.
All right, now hold on. I've got about 30 seconds. We got another segment with you, and you are, at least for now, forgiven. I just want you to know.
All right.
You are right. You are a comedian. I understand what you do for a living. By the way, Palin was historically accurate, but we can get into that.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
We get into that
and
later.
so was I then, because the Warren Commission said nobody was shot from the grassy knoll. If Sarah Palin was history, then I was historically accurate, and I was just going to hang out on the grassy knoll. I was not going to assassinate her.
About your
the
show.
Warren Commission. No, let's be.
Wait, I got to go to break. I got to do traffic.
My show, Neverlution. My whole show, Neverlution, is about taking the entire country back. It's not left or right. Let's talk about left. Let's talk about left or right when we get back.
I'm coming back with you. Hang on. Well, joining me, actor, comedian Christopher Titus. We're having a lot of fun. Hey, tell me about your show. You're at the Houston Improv.
Right.
Let's talk about this show. Let's talk about the Improv, because you were telling Lois and I you love this room.
I have never seen a club. I tour all the clubs all around the country, and the Improvs are usually the nicest. This club, whatever they've done, seats about 500 people. It is the night. I've never been to a nicer club. There's another one in Phoenix. There's probably this is one of the top 3 clubs. I can't compare them because there's 3, but this club, it's. Honestly, if you went to the old Improv was kind of an old building. I think it was in an old Rainforest Cafe, and there was a big square room. And again, I think it was built on a comedian's burial ground. This room is right across from the IMAX Theater. It is the most beautiful comedy club I've been in a long time. We had a standing ovation last night.
Terrific.
Crazy. And by the way, from right and left. You know why? Because right now, if you're right and left right now, if you actually can't look at, that's the problem with our country right now. We're so polarized. That's why nothing's getting done. You have to actually look at what's the truth. Chris Dodd screwed the financial bill so bad, and he's a Democrat. We got John Edwards on the Democratic side. You got Anthony Weiner, and then you got these other people, Sarah Palin. President, really? You don't give the stupid cheerleader the Uzi. That's just how it is. And by the way, either Sarah Palin is not really smart or she's not good under pressure, and both of those disqualify her from being president. Now, the other thing, Michelle Bachmann, I'm so glad she has migraines, because now I know why she says some of the stuff she says. She's got an excuse for the rest of the campaign now. If she says anything off or crazy, she can go, "I had a migraine." And we go, "Oh, okay, she had a got a migraine.
Let me ask you: Do you find and I know your audience is made up of folks on both sides of the political spectrum.
Right. I don't believe in left or right.
But when I go to a comedy show, honestly, I don't know if I want to hear politics. And it's nothing against you, but I mean, make me laugh. But do you find that sometimes if you go too far one direction or the other, right or left, that people get angry?
Well, you can't. You can't. Yes, you have to actually walk the line. As a comedian, it's not my job. Like, there's some guys that are political and that are really hard left, and I always watch them, and I always try to put personal stories into it, because I think comics have to. I don't care what you believe. I want to hear about it, but I want to know why you believe that. Some guys just get up there and rant. And like left or right. Look, if you're so far left, you actually believe that somebody owes you a job, citizenship, and a free heart transplant, you're mentally ill. And if you're so far right, you believe somebody who doesn't have a job and who's not a citizen deserves to have their heart cut out, sold on eBay, and you get to have 80% of the profit, you're mentally ill. We're all in the middle. We're all in the middle.
Hey, listen,
somewhere.
I won't disagree with you on that. On that, you and I can probably agree. Hey, Chris, listen, I got to wrap this up, but I want you to let everybody know when you're in town. You're at the Improv. Give me some time.
And I've apologized for the Sarah Palin thing.
Fine. You're fine. I wasn't going to let you go.
People keep playing it.
I know.
Yeah, we got 2 shows tonight, 2 shows tomorrow. It's a show about taking the country back, because we keep blaming. Here's the thing about the country: we're blaming everybody else, and the truth is, it's no one else's fault. The people tell us it's illegal immigration's fault. No, it's not. It's our fault for going to Home Depot, picking up 6 of those guys to build an unpermitted bathroom on a house we can't afford. That's the problem. It's not healthcare's fault. It's our fault that a lot of us can't go to sleep without a Prozac. I have to have a Xanax at noon. Then we go home to make love. Can't do that with Salisar or Viagra. Then wake up the next morning with a line of cocaine, which is the only organic thing we put in our...
Tonight at the Improv. Give me 2 shows tonight.
2 shows tonight.
Tickets available?
2 shows tonight, 2 shows tomorrow, 1 show Sunday, and the show's an evolution. It's really... We got a standing ovation last night. It's a really good show, and if you're right or you're left, come on down, because it really covers the whole spectrum, because at the end of the day, it's not about the politicians, it's about the Americans.
I thank you for coming in. It's been a pleasure meeting you. You're
Thanks
a great
for playing
guy.
the horrible nightmare thing with Sarah Palin.
Actor, comedian.
I owe you.
Christopher Titus joining us here on Houston's Morning News. Thank you, brother.